Tonight on Newswatch 12 Weekends, a teacher in central Wisconsin has been advised to self-quarantine themselves. We'll tell you why. Plus, the pressure rises for Democratic presidential candidates before key primary elections this week. And people from different walks of life join forces for a common cause in Crandon today. We'll take you there. Your local news starts now.
Your local news and weather from where you live. Newswatch 12 Weekend starts now.
Good evening, I'm Peter Dubois. Thanks for joining us. Yesterday, the Antigo Police Department conducted a drug investigation and located materials from an inactive meth lab. The investigation took place at a home on the 800 block of First Ave. Two unnamed individuals were taken into custody. The investigation is ongoing, but anyone with information regarding the illegal use of drugs should contact the Antigo Police Department or Langlade County Crime Stoppers. Well, police in Merrill are investigating a fatal shooting at a bar that involved four people, in Milwaukee. One person died and three others were injured in the incident early Sunday morning. The shooting happened just before 2 a.m. Police say the incident started as a fight, which then led to shots being fired inside and outside the tavern. Police have taken a suspect into custody relating to this shooting. Well, in northern Minnesota, police search for a suspect after a woman and her one-year-old child were found dead in their home. Officers found the bodies of the 27-year-old woman and 18-month-old boy at a home on the Fond du Lac reservation on Saturday. Police were called to the home to check on the pair's welfare, but were unable to contact anybody inside. And after obtaining a search warrant, they discovered the bodies. Well, police are now searching for 33-year-old Cloquet man Sheldon James Thompson, who they believe to be the suspect in this crime. They believe Thompson is armed and dangerous and should not be approached. Well, we saw highs in the 50s, which melted a lot of snow today. And Jeff, many of us would be okay if today's temperatures stuck around for a while. Yeah, but they won't. Highs are back in the 40s tomorrow with a few rain showers through the afternoon. But today, highs near 50, but right now at 45, currently in Rhinelander, 43 for Mosinee. So it's comfortable outside right now, but we're going to pass a cold front through tomorrow and really cool things off once again. The skies are clouding over as we speak, and they're going to actually increase in coverage tonight as we have quite a little system coming our way for tomorrow. It'll likely produce a few areas of rain, maybe some drizzle in there as well, and some fog through the afternoon, leading into tomorrow night. Futurecast shows the clouds increasing out there right now. This will linger into tomorrow morning. Expect some drizzle by about noon tomorrow, and maybe even a couple light snow flurries in there later on tomorrow night. Your forecast, though, for tonight, though, is mostly cloudy skies and not as cool, with low temperatures down near 36. Your full forecast is coming up. Peter? A substitute teacher for the Wausau School District has been advised to self-quarantine himself after returning from a trip to Italy. The Marathon County Health Department made the suggestion Friday after the teacher walked into Thomas Jefferson Elementary before school started. Administrators say the teacher wasn't in contact with anyone while they were in the building. The district officials disinfected the affected areas within the school as a precaution. Italy is one of several countries which has been severely affected by the coronavirus. Despite concerns over the spread of that virus in Milwaukee, events went on as planned, including the American Cup weekend. It's the most prestigious international gymnastics competition that's held in the U.S. And it's also the first time the American Cup has ever been held in Milwaukee. On Saturday, gymnasts from more than a dozen countries, including China, Italy, and Germany, all took the floor at Fiserv Forum. Fans say they were relieved the event went on as planned, even as various events across the country have been canceled over coronavirus concerns.
Everything's been great. I was a little concerned if they were going to have it.
In a statement, a spokeswoman from USA Gymnastics said there were physicians on site and information was provided to all delegations on taking extra precautions to prevent the spread of viruses at the competition. President Trump signed an $8.3 billion spending bill to fund the government's emergency response to this outbreak. The Senate overwhelmingly approved the measure Thursday after it cleared the House Wednesday with broad bipartisan support. President Trump was asked how to keep people from panicking. He said people aren't panicking, and he mentioned the Grand Princess cruise ship under quarantine off the California coast.
I said calm. You have to be calm. It'll go away. We do have a situation where we have this massive ship with 5,000 people and we have to make a decision. You know, it's a big decision because we have very low numbers compared to major countries throughout the world. Our numbers are lower than just about anybody.
President Trump and other officials visited the CDC in Atlanta on Friday. The president promised millions more coronavirus tests will hit healthcare facilities in the United States. March 10th is a fairly super Tuesday for the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Voters in 6 states will head to the polls, and Michigan will award 125 pledged delegates. CNN's Jessica Dean reports the remaining candidates are stumping hard to secure victories and votes.
For 2020 Democrats, it's now effectively a two-man race. Vice President Joe Biden and Senator Bernie Sanders looking ahead to the next round of Super Tuesday voting and its biggest prize, Michigan. Sanders canceled his planned event in Mississippi to turn his focus to Michigan, where he's added additional events and will hold a rally tonight in Detroit.
I can't be in 6 states at the same time, so Michigan is where we'll spend a bit of our time. I think we're going to be certainly in Arizona. We will be elsewhere as well, but it's just the question of having to make decisions.
Biden continues to rack up key endorsements that now include Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer and her lieutenant governor.
He's shown up over the years for the auto industry. He has been a friend of this community.
The endorsement both Sanders and Biden want, Senator Elizabeth Warren's. She said Thursday night she wants some time to make a decision.
I'll get up tomorrow morning and start thinking about that question.
But Sanders isn't waiting, encouraging Warren's voters to back his campaign.
I think they will find many of the issues that Senator Warren campaigned on are exactly the issues that we are fighting for.
With the Democratic field narrow, Sanders and Biden now drawing sharper contrasts. The two candidates sparring over Social Security on Twitter and on the airwaves.
Well, we've got some bad news for them. We are not going to cut Social Security.
Joe Biden has always been a strong supporter of Social Security. Negative ads will only help Donald Trump. It's time we bring our party together.
Well, everybody relies on water. Today in Crandon, more than 100 people came together in an effort to protect a local source of water that's considered sacred to many. In February, Badger Minerals Mining Company announced plans for experimental drilling near Wolf River in Crandon, and today people gathered at Mole Lake Casino in opposition of that mining experiment, saying the chemicals used in the process would pose a serious threat to the condition of the river and those who rely on it.
How do they live with themselves each and every day, knowing that what they stand for is something that is not going to protect and be here for our future generations?
After speeches and prayers were given, the group walked more than 8 miles along the highway in an effort to express their opposition to this project. Joining them was Democratic congressional candidate Tricia Zunker, who spoke about the importance of protecting our natural resources.
The reason I am here is because we need to protect the environment, we need to protect the Wolf River, we need to ensure that we have clean air, clean water, and that our beautiful land stay protected from corporate greed for generations to come.
The project is scheduled to begin later this month, and if it happens, it will be the first exploratory drilling project to take place in Oneida County since the 1980s. Well, up next on Newswatch 12 Weekends, we'll take you to the Derby Complex in Eagle River, where some young ladies are making an impact on a primarily male-dominated sport. That's right after Weather with Jeff. Stay with us.
We know it can be scary when you're injured in an accident.
We know the insurance company can be unfair.
We know bills need to be paid.
But we also know what it takes to win.
We know what it takes to get our clients compensated.
And most importantly, we always fight to do the right thing for our community.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows.
Nicolay knows injury law.
Nicolay Law, Wausau's award-winning injury, disability, and bankruptcy law firm.
Get ready for spring with big savings at Menards. Premium crabgrass preventer stops crabgrass before it grows. Cover up to 5,000 square feet for $9.95 a bag after rebate. Improve your vehicle's performance and efficiency with Quaker State Conventional Motor Oil. It helps improve fuel economy while protecting against engine wear. Pick up a quart for just $2.79 during Menards. Think spring sale.
Save big money at Menards.
My family's been living here, farming, since 1897. When I voted for President Trump, I was encouraged by what he said, that he was going to help the farmers.
Trump's tariffs make matters worse for dairy farmers.
His priorities are to strengthen the people like him, to increase their wealth. The game is you step on the guy below you. That's this economy. And I will not vote for Donald Trump again.
AB PAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Nearly 90% of people living in the world who suffer from blindness live in developing countries. But more than 75% of those suffering could see again with your help. See International goes to over 40 countries every year, restoring vision and establishing sustainable clinics that continue providing eye care for years. To help, visit See International at seeintl.org.
There you are. Welcome back, my friends. Well, this was the line at the car wash this weekend. I'm just kidding, but there were long lines for sure, as the weather was fantastic for anything outdoors. But now it's going to get a little messy as we get a little wet tomorrow. But look at these temperatures. As of right now, it's still 36 in Eagle River, 44 for Point, 55 for Madison, 62 in Des Moines. This is a sign of spring because look up here. The cold air of 10 or International Falls up that direction is in place right now. Okay, but here's our trend. So 42 to forecast high tomorrow, but dropping through the afternoon. You're going to feel that. 41 for Tuesday, 42 for Wednesday, 45 on Thursday. So you know what's going on, right? We're not going to be as warm as today was for a long time, and we're going to get wet because here's the pattern. We have several systems coming our way. First one's tomorrow. Second one's going to be Tuesday night, Wednesday, and Thursday, followed by another one getting in here late Friday into Saturday. So all in all now, we're kind of changing the pattern up a bit here with cooler temperatures and a wet pattern as well. Looking outside now, though, the clouds are increasing from west to east as we speak, and we'll get mostly cloudy skies by tomorrow morning. There's a system in here that will largely miss north central Wisconsin, but hit parts of southern Wisconsin tomorrow with rain showers. It's going to be a close call, though, so expect some areas of drizzle tomorrow and a few light rain showers in tomorrow night. That could mix with a few light snow showers tomorrow night, too, as the system is just now getting its act together. It's pumping in some moisture out of the Gulf of Mexico. It's going to scoot to our south tomorrow, and then that'll be out of here. But then the next one gets in here late Wednesday into Thursday, and they're going to keep coming into the middle portions of next week. But for now, the moisture is increasing across parts of Oklahoma. That's moving our way, most likely for southern Wisconsin tomorrow morning. For us up this way, most likely drizzle tomorrow into tomorrow night. So Futurecast shows tomorrow morning. Here we are at 10 o'clock with rain across parts of southern Wisconsin. That's going to clip us, though, later in the day. Here's tomorrow night, 9 p.m. or so. Some light drizzle and rain showers across the area. We'll clear out then for Tuesday. Lots of sunshine around before our next system gets in here late Tuesday into Wednesday into Thursday with some rain and snow mix across the area once again. Your forecast though for tonight, though, is increasing clouds out there now. Low temperatures above freezing at 36 tonight with a southwest breeze around 10. For tomorrow, okay, so areas of fog and drizzle, not really a big deal, with high temperatures near 42 but dropping through the afternoon on a north breeze around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by Northwoods Furniture shows we get wet tomorrow. Just some drizzle, though. Dry day for us on Tuesday. More rain and snow showers back in the forecast Wednesday and Thursday. Then we get a break Friday, followed by more rain and snow showers in the forecast next weekend. Peter? Earlier this week, a local animal rehab center got a new set of temporary residents. On Friday, Wild Instincts received a litter of 4 bear cubs after their den was disturbed by logging operations. These cubs come not too long after the rehabilitation center lost 2 young bear cubs to an unfortunate accident with its intensive care unit. Director of Rehabilitation Mark Naniot says the new arrival of these cubs give them a chance to heal.
It was a sad situation, but now it kind of gives us a chance to move on, if you will, and work with these new bear cubs.
After the passing of those other bear cubs due to technological issues, Wild Instincts raised money for a new intensive care unit. Naniot says within 4 days they had the money available to purchase the new ICU. He says he's very thankful to have the backing of the community.
It's been extremely humbling. I mean, the fact that the community is so solid behind us really makes it, you know, great for us to know that people enjoy what we're doing and really are behind us.
For more information about the progress of these bear cubs and other animals at Wild Instincts, you can visit our website at WJFW.com. Well, on International Women's Day, people everywhere are celebrating gender equality in a number of ways. Newswatch 12's Zach White has the story of two girls who proved they've got what it takes to compete in motorsports racing.
Look at that lead. Gray Ledbetter out front.
15-year-old Gray Ledbetter.
Now Ledbetter still has the lead going over the tabletop.
Was one of the only female racers out on the track during the 2020 Monster Energy Arctic Derby Dash.
Ledbetter coming through that infield section, just plowing her way through.
But Ledbetter's drive is just as fierce as her competitors.
I didn't even realize I was the only female until I looked at the results and looked at the names of the people and realized it's just incredible to know that women are starting to empower the motorsports.
Ledbetter had her big break into the racing scene 12 years ago, and from there the rest was history.
I actually started when I was 3 years old on a dirt bike, and I started racing dirt bikes up until I was about 10, and then after that I moved into four wheels and then just grew from one thing to another, and now we're here.
Ledbetter was a runner-up in the Sportsman SXS class. Going forward, she hopes to make history driving a different vehicle.
I want to move up, hopefully, to a Pro 4 truck, if possible. I don't know of a girl that's actually done that before.
In the mini class, Harper Prost was one of the two young female racers. She said racing gave her a competitive edge.
My favorite part of racing is when you, have fun and you just beat the boys.
In Eagle River, Zach White, Newswatch 12.
Great story there. Well, more than 24 hours later, Crandon girls basketball is still celebrating. Isn't that right, Andrew?
Well, with the game they played yesterday, why wouldn't they? We'll have a closer look at how the Cardinals made the state tournament. Plus, the Bucks will have to survive without Giannis for a bit. Day one of that stretch came today. Highlights coming up.
It was in February. I was playing pond hockey and literally had to be helped up. I was in constant pain after that. So I came to Dr. Drager and they started me on the laser treatment. I realized as I've gone through this every day I was feeling better, and I am so happy with coming to see Dr. Drager.
Contact Drager Chiropractic in Eagle River to see if high-intensity laser treatment is right for you. Call 715-479-5995.
For too many people, this can be the gateway to opioid addiction.
My son was in pain. He needed something after surgery.
I was prescribed opioids. I didn't realize the risk.
Our family was changed forever by opioids.
Meet 3 everyday Americans whose lives were devastated by opioid addiction.
Everyone says, it can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
It can't happen to me.
Tell that to my son.
Tell that to the 3 million people who become long-term opioid users every year after surgery. The truth is, we didn't know we had options other than opioids after surgery, but now we do.
I never thought addiction would be part of my life story, but it is.
Visit planagainstpain.com/gateway to hear their full stories and learn about non-opioid options for managing pain after surgery.
Sports Watch 12 with Andrew Goldstein.
Yeah, the Bucks didn't have Giannis today, but so what? They entered the day 5-1 without the freak in the lineup. And besides, they're playing the lowly Suns, and, well, the Bucks haven't lost 2 straight games all year. So let's get to the highlights of a bounce-back win. Oh, hold on, I'm getting a message from my producer. What? A loss? 140 points allowed? Well, clearly my producer is beclowning me. The Bucks lead the league in defensive efficiency, and my gosh, the Suns aren't even close to being a playoff team. Yeah, okay, that score is bad. Oof, boy, Devin Booker 3 making it worse. Team high 36 points for him. But see, Everything's good in the world. Chris Middleton's going to hit this three-pointer. 26 field goal attempts for Middleton, tied for second most in a single game on the season. And whoa, Bucks should be winning by now usually. What's happening here? Ricky Rubio gets the rebound, dish to Mikal Bridges underneath. Fourth quarter. Okay, well, this is where the Bucks pull it back, right? Not quite, folks. Baines and one. I'm starting to think this isn't a prank. The Bucks really have lost 3 of their last 4 games. 140 points given up is the most in any single game this season. Ouch. Well, the Wisconsin Badgers will not get a solo Big Ten title, but the Grateful Red did, however, secure the #1 seed in the Big Ten tournament with their season-ending 8-game win streak. That means their first game will be on Friday at 11 a.m. in the Big Ten tournament. Well, Crandon girls basketball punched its ticket to the state tournament this weekend. The Cardinals fell 1 game short of that goal last season, but the 4 seniors knew they had to make it back to Green Bay one final time.
Very overwhelmed, but I wasn't ready to be done, and I know the other girls weren't, so we're going to state.
The Cardinals are headed to the state tournament for the second time in school history.
It was a great win, and I couldn't be more proud of them.
Crandon knocked out Marathon in the sectional finals, but it wasn't an easy victory.
Defense has won us all of our games in the playoffs, and it really comes down to effort and heart, and that's what got us here.
The 2 teams went back and forth until the final seconds of the game, with a Cardinal 3-pointer separating the score.
Break it into sections. All right, let's win this 2 minutes. Let's win the next 2 minutes, and that's what it takes. And they buckled down when they had to, and they got the win.
Freshman Mara Stamper and senior Leah Paljubicki both posted 19 points against the Red Raiders.
It feels amazing. It's probably the best feeling in my life because I really helped out my team. I had a rough regional game, sectional game, couldn't hit my shots, but they all hit tonight.
Really excited. It doesn't really feel real, and we put in a lot of work and effort this season, and it really is paying off.
Crandon made it to state back in 2018 and didn't like the taste of falling short last year.
They've been there and they got that hunger, and they worked for it all year long. That's what our goal was, to make it back to state, and we made it.
Never imagined years ago when I started that I would be playing at state 2 times in my career, and I'm just overwhelmed with happiness. I wasn't ready to be done, so I get another chance to go back to state and have some fun.
Covering sports in Wausau, Maisie Vincent, News Watch 12.
Well, thank you kindly, Maisie. Congratulations to the Cardinals. Well, Merrill basketball season might be over, but 2 Blue Jay baseball players are just getting their careers started. We begin this week's overtime in Lincoln County, where Pearson Payan and Jaden Seuss signed letters of intent. Seuss will be pitching at the College of Lake County in Grayslake, Illinois next year. Payan will head to Bryant and Stratton. Congratulations to both. An equally hearty kudos goes to Brady Snedden. He took home the Wisconsin Hockey Coaches Association Player of the Year award. Snedden ended the year with 31 goals with the state runner-up Northland Pines. Now looking ahead to the boys basketball playoffs, here are the 3 local teams still alive. Mosinee will face top-ranked Hortonville at Wausau East High School. Just across town, Rib Lake will play Pittsville at DC Everest, and Leona Wabeno will tangle with Wissahickon in Elko. All those games are at 7 p.m. on Thursday, on top of Crandon at State. We are coming down to the end of winter sports, but the end of winter sports is like the end of the 1812 overture with like lots of cannons going off.
Yeah, it's a very exciting time for sure. Well, after the break, we'll take you to Tucson, Arizona, where a group of women is helping build homes for those in need.
That's right, Peter, except in Arizona, not Bob the Builder, Barbara the Builder was the one giving back to the community. Find out more on how that happened. Stay tuned.
Play your way. Dine your way. Stay your way. Ho-Chunk Gaming Wittenberg. Win your way.
Do you have a drawer full of knives but nothing sharp? Stop crushing your food instead of cutting it. What a mess. And don't use fixed edge sharpeners that grind down and destroy your knives. Introducing the Bavarian Edge, the innovative knife sharpener with independent spring action arms that will make your old blades razor sharp in seconds. If you want the sharpest knives possible, you need the Bavarian Edge. Look, it's so different because it has two independent spring action sharpeners made of ultra hard tungsten carbide that flex and contour to any blade or angle for the perfect razor sharp edge in an instant. And only Bavarian Edge can sharpen serrated knives. Watch, we dulled this serrated knife on a cinder block. And with just a few passes through the tungsten carbide sharpeners on the Bavarian Edge, it's as sharp as a razor, even cutting through a leather shoe without effort. Your old knives will fillet, cut, chop, slice, and dice just like the day you got them with the Bavarian Edge. This frozen steak is rock hard, and a butter spreader isn't for cutting. But after just a few passes through the Bavarian Edge, it's so sharp it cuts right through this frozen steak like a hot knife through butter. Bavarian Edge sharpens anything. We took this credit card and tried to cut this tomato. It just won't work. Simply pull the card through the Bavarian Edge a few times, and now it's sharp as a razor. It cuts this tomato with ease. Other knife sharpeners can cost over $150. Call now and get the Bavarian Edge knife sharpener for just $19.99. Now you can double the offer. Just pay a separate fee. And Bavarian Edge comes with our lifetime money-back guarantee. If it ever wears or breaks, you'll get your money back. There's more. We'll ship it to you free. That's right, free shipping. Get your Bavarian Edge and free shipping for $19.99. Click or call right now.
Call 1-800-913-6698. That's 1-800-913-6698. Or visit BavarianEdge.com. So call 1-800-913-6698. Order now.
Welcome back. Women helping women. That was the theme Saturday when hundreds of volunteers showed up in Tucson, Arizona for Habitat for Humanity's Women Build Day.
It was an opportunity to give back, especially for some of the female volunteers who were gifted homes of their own. Mark Bingora reports.
These homes aren't given away for free. Along with the service hours, financial education classes and saving for a down payment are required.
They go through this really rigorous process of financial education and home ownership classes, how to be a good neighbor, and how to be a community partner.
More than 300 volunteers showed up for this year's Women Build, including a few who have received their own homes over the years. Adriana, who got hers last year, was living with her parents before she got this opportunity.
It was a 10 by 10 room where it was my bed on one side and my boys' bunk beds on the other. So it was a small place for us to live. But now they have a room of their own. This is the first time that they've ever had a room of their own.
Habitat for Humanity works with new homeowners to make sure their mortgage is no more than 30% of their income, allowing people like Adriana to be able to take care of her family. Now, she's here to give back.
I called my mom crying. I called her crying because I was so excited that I finally did it. You know, I didn't think I'd ever get a home for them, but I did.
According to the Habitat for Humanity's website, women are 35% more likely to live in poverty and occupy 60% of the lowest paying jobs in the nation.
You know, they come in with very little knowledge of budgeting, and eventually by the end of the process, after a year, they're experts, and they're really excited to be in their home.
It's more than a home. It's a hand up, not a handout. That's why Adriana says this changed her life.
It gave me courage that I didn't even know I had. It gave me a sense of freedom. It's so many emotions that come to you when you do something like this.
Auto show concept cars are great, especially when affordability is part of the concept. Announcing Auto Show Savings Time at your local Ford dealer. Now get great deals on Explorer, Escape, Fusion, F-150, and more. Every Ford is proudly built with tomorrow's technology today, all with huge savings. Now that's a great concept. It's the final days of Auto Show Savings Time. Hurry to get Escape with FlexBuy and 0 for 66 financing plus $2,000 cash when you finance through Ford Credit.
It's severe weather season across northern Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Ken Kortnoff, the Oneida County Emergency Management Director.
And I'm Newswatch 12's Jeff Weller. Register today for a severe weather training class to learn all about severe weather.
This year's class is Tuesday, March 17th at the Oneida County Law Enforcement Center.
There's no charge for the class, but registration is greatly appreciated.
If you are in over your head with more than $10,000 in credit card debt, we might just be able to help you. Regardless of the reason, credit card debt can be oppressive and affect all areas of your life. We understand that life happens and sometimes a credit card is the only way out. But when it becomes too big to handle by yourself, that's when it's time to call us at the Lincoln Group. If you have more than $10,000 in credit card debt and you are in that vicious cycle of one day late, they charge you a late fee. Miss a payment and they double your interest rate. It's just not fair, and we get it. This is not bankruptcy or just a simple rate reduction plan. We fight for you using our experience and industry connections and the insider programs the credit card companies try to hide. If you owe at least $10,000 to the credit card companies, you owe it to yourself to call the Lincoln Group. There is no need to have sleepless nights, anxiety, and depression about your current debt problems. Just call 800-567-9569. That's 800-567-9569. And find out if you qualify for peace of mind today. The call is free and so is the consultation. Call today.
Here's an anonymous note. Rest in peace to all the famous people we know about who died from drug and alcohol abuse. Who's next? You? A family member? You can stop this kind of death in its tracks. Call the Drug and Alcohol Detox and Treatment Helpline now for help. If you have insurance, we can put you or a loved one in a program to eliminate the drugs and alcohol in 7 to 30 days. Change your life now.
Welcome back. Well, today marks International Women's Day, so pay a little bit of extra attention and love to the ladies in your life. International Women's Day is celebrated in countries all around the world each year on March 8th.
This year's theme is Each for Equal. The International Women's Organization says the message is simple. Each and every one of us can choose to challenge stereotypes, fight bias, broaden perceptions, and celebrate women's achievements.
By doing all that, you're helping to create a gender-equal world. International Women's Day has been celebrated for more than a century. The first International Women's Gathering took place in 1911, so how about that?
And we are also celebrating warm temperatures today. Highs in the 50s are now back in the 40s. However, they're going to hover above freezing for low temperatures tonight because clouds are rolling in now. We could get a few sprinkles and a couple of flurries in here tomorrow. Most of us will see drizzle out of this. It will not be a big rain at all, but we are going to cool off through the afternoon with a system coming through tomorrow afternoon, and look for another system coming through on Wednesday and Thursday. It's going to be a wet week ahead and a cooler one too. So high tomorrow only near 42. Tuesday some sunshine 41, then more rain is still in the forecast Wednesday into Thursday of next week, guys.
All right, that's not too bad, Jeff.
Not bad at all.
I'll take the above freezing temperatures.
Okay.
Well, that's it for your news around the Northwoods. Have a great night. Thanks for watching.
Marissa, Angela, and Devin, the A-Team, back tomorrow morning at 5.